feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me. And what was left over I put
hip
towards my
hop was
dreaming.
good. Hip hop,
But
what
the
is
only
good?
thing
It's your
in
boy
life
Robb D, aka Robb Diggie, BKA Robb D in the place to be, or otherwise known as at the real Robb Diggie on Instagram. It is another episode. We are halfway through the semester of the transformation, the years of hip hop between 2010 and 2019. I'm still your host. We're still with me in the building. And yeah, it's been a crazy ride. Much love to all of our followers, supporters. And yes, it is Diggy A2's second birthday. So before I even get into any of the stuff about this episode, I do want to give a special thanks to everybody that has been a guest on the show, everybody that has been a follower, a supporter, that's bought the merch. I mean, that's anything that supported us in this last 2 years. It has been a true blessing, you guys. And I'm at a loss for words, to be honest. Like, I love doing what I do. I love hip hop music, hip hop culture, and to be doing this for 2 years and running is a testament of you all, everybody that's listening around the world, that's watching this video right now. Everybody's a part of that story. So thank you. So happy birthday to the Diggy A2 platform. Our actual official birthday was April 15th, but yeah, it's been great, man, and a lot of great energy right now. And today we're going to be talking about one of the best live performers in hip hop culture, hip hop music. That is Travis Scott. And through all of his antics and controversies and all that stuff, when the dust settles, Travis Scott is a tremendous talent. And I have a very special guest to come in and talk to us. So if you guys remember, rewind the tape to last week. Last week, I talked about a gentleman here in Kansas City called Uneek. And I mentioned to you all that Uneek is probably, if not the best live performer in the city by far, at least in the Midwest. I'll put him up there toe-to-toe against anybody. He's been affiliated with Ecstasy, with Jay Robinson from Strange Music, Joey Cool from Strange Music, and of course, here in the Midwest, the big homie, Tech Nine. He has done collaborations with all those cats. And he is here with us this week. So it is an absolute distinct honor and privilege to bring Uneek in for you guys this week. So let's bring this young brother in, man. Uneek, what's good? Talk to the folks, man, and introduce yourself to the audience, family. What's good? Well, I pour one up for our birthday, man. What up, dude?
What's up? It's your boy Uneek, man. Hey, before we get started, I want to say thank you, man. For real, like, to be able to have this platform and to see where you guys have came from to where you are now. It's amazing, man. If you ain't tuned in, y'all need to tune in. They killing the game. You know what I'm saying? I just want to get that off my chest, you know?
I appreciate you, big homie. Hey, hey, I'm telling y'all, if you go see a Uneek show, you're going to get your money's worth. That's real talk, man. I seen this brother perform last week. Blown away, and y'all know it's a Hennessy thing. You wouldn't know nothing about that. That's what this is right here. So cheers to you, Uneek. Cheers to 2 years and running, and cheers to all of our followers, supporters that are continuing to support Uneek and to continue to support the Diggy A2 platform. However, the point of emphasis today is about Mr. Travis Scott. So I'm going to run down some facts here real fast about Travis Scott. Travis Scott, 3-time BET Award hip hop recipient, 1-time VMA, 1-time BET Award, 1-time Billboard Award. And we're going to be talking about Travis Scott in the 2010s, of course. So we're going to start with his the studio album of Rodeo, which was released in September 2015. Some of the hits I picked off of there was Oh My, This Side featuring Quavo, 3500 with Future, and 2 Chainz, 90210 with K Hill. That video is absolutely phenomenal. If anybody's ever seen that 90210 video. And of course, one of my favorite songs from Travis Scott is Don't You Open Up That Window. Don't you let out the antidote. Antidote's on there too. That was a 1-time platinum album. Then the following year, September 2016, he dropped Birds in the Trap, Sing McKnight, which was a real unique kind of title. But he wasn't talking about trap music. He's talking about the trap of the mind, the trap of the mind, getting into the same old thing over and over. So not to be confused with that. Nonetheless, the album starts out with the ends with a verse from Andre 3 Stacks. Beads in the Trap featuring Nav, Outside featuring 21 Savage, and then of course everybody's favorite songs on there, Goosebumps featuring K-Dot, and then Pick Up the Phone Baby with Young Thug and Quavo. So speaking of Quavo, he did a collaboration album with Quavo called Honcho Jack Honcho, which was released in December 2017. That did not do very well commercialized, so I don't have a lot of hits to talk about, but it was a great compilation album between those two gentlemen. And then, of course, we have his best album to date. This album here behind me, Astro World. Let me get out the way so y'all can see that album cover. That's Astro World. That was released in August 2018, a 4-time platinum album. We all know about Sicko Mode, a diamond selling single. We all know about No Bystanders featuring Juice WRLD with samples Tear the Club Up from 3 6 Mafia. We all know about 5% Tint featuring the Goody Mob sample of Cell Therapy. We all know about that. We know about NC-17 but 21 Savage. But one of my favorites is the Butterfly Effect, For the Life I Cannot Change. That's my shit, man. Butterfly Effect is my shit. And then there's some other hits he has on here as well. He did a song with Young Thug and I think it was J. Cole called The London Skywalker with Miguel.
Oh,
and,
boy.
Man. And then Love Galore with SZA, which is one of my favorite tracks that he collabed with SZA. So shout out to SZA, man. Love SZA, a phenomenal talent. Hopefully one day we'll get to have her on the platform one of these days. But nonetheless, man, that's the foundation for our conversation this afternoon, this morning, wherever time zone you're in. So once again, Uneek, thank you for being on board, brother. And Uneek, do me a favor, man. Can you sing us a couple of bars, a happy birthday for the platform, for the audience, man, real quick, man? Can you get that hum to get that honey in the neck real quick?
All right,
drop us a couple of bars. Sing us happy birthday, man. I would appreciate that, man.
All right. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Diggie. Hey, too. Happy birthday to you.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? I really be doing my rap thing, but the brother got a little vocal.
Hey, y'all give it up, man. Y'all give it up for Uneek one time, man. Y'all give it up for Uneek, man. I love this dude, man. He's just a genuine guy. Humble guy, man, and Hustle Hard Music. I had this sweatshirt on last week. If y'all catch the episode talking about Hustle Hard, so I got mad love for Uneek. But Uneek, let's talk about the task at hand, man. Travis Scott, man. So give me your initial thoughts. So when you first heard a Travis Scott track, what was your initial thought? What was one of the first songs you heard that you can remember? And what was your first impression of Travis when you heard his music?
All right, well, I didn't know a lot about Travis because when you're an artist, you kind of you have that tunnel vision and you just working and writing and doing features and doing your own thing and coming up with ideas. So sometimes it's good for you to separate yourself from all the outside music because you don't want to end up sounding like everybody or taking somebody else's inspiration. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Somebody else's mode and putting it to yours. So, but for a while, I was kind of just doing my own thug thizzle. But then I focused. And when I started really like paying attention to Travis Scott, I'm a video dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love how a video and a song can go together and create something amazing and completely change your mindset of what that song means or anything or how it affects you. Because you can listen to a song, but you can watch a video to it and it completely opens your eyes like, this is amazing. You know what I'm saying? So whenever I listen to the video, I forgot the name of his first like video back when he had short hair. I think Kanye was in that video too. Kanye West was in the video. It was so different. It was so different that it really like, I was like, oh, okay. Because I pride myself into being a different individual and stepping outside the box. And I was like, hey man, this is kind of dope. I see like how he created this world that he's in. You know, from the first video to being different, because people don't understand when you come into the music industry and you start, like, people tell you to fit into their box. Like, you got to do this, you got to say this, you got to dress like this, you got to act like this. And those people that are outside of that box and they do their own thing, those are the people, if they end up catching on, they end up going way up there because people don't want to just do the cookie cutter. They want to see your heart. They want to see who you are as a person. What kind of music are you making? Not just copying everybody else's. And it was super dope. Like even when it was young and I saw the growth in the videos, like it was so artistic. And to see a young cat like that do what he's doing bruh. Like it kind of like it made me feel like, hey, bro, keep doing what you're doing, dog. It gave me motivation, and that's part of what you do it for. You know what I'm saying? To uplift the people and give you motivation. But hey, man, his videos is off the chain.
Yes,
like,
I wholeheartedly concur with that. His visuals are none other in hip hop. And at least in this time period, right? We have some other great videos like Busta Rhymes and Missy, you know, all the greats that made the great visuals. But for this period, I mean, Travis Scott, I mean, the brother is on some, you know, some weird stuff, man. I'm like, damn, Travis, okay, like, what are we doing with this? But then I think it's abstract on purpose. I think he does it on purpose. Like, you know, when you watch their Sicko Mode video, for instance, when you're watching, it's a dope song, right? A diamond single, but the video, you're like, what is really going on in his brother's mind? Like, it's women in the video, or then it goes to him having his exes in the group, and he's in the singing group, and he's like, it's just all over the place. But and then, you know, Tay Keith on the second half of the song comes in at the end. I'm like, it's just kind of all, you're just like, what is going on? You're like in a tornado of just all kind of craziness. But I think it's done on purpose. I think it's done terrifically. It's done strategically. It's done on purpose for the person watching the video to be like, okay, I don't want to, to your point, Uneek, you know, he doesn't make videos for you to be like, okay, let me follow along A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. No, I'm going to go A and then F, and then maybe come back to J, and then go down to R. You know what I mean? Like, he's going to go all over the map on purpose to try to get the viewer to try to stay with you. So his visuals are no other. I like his musicality, man. I love the brother as an MC, his creative mind. So when it comes to that, Uneek, give me one of your favorite Travis Scott songs, man. Which one do you find yourself going back to or replaying in your mind? Like, dang, no, Travis Scott nailed that.
For me, it was everything put together with Goosebumps.
Okay.
Because I was, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you sit there and you just like, focus out and you see where you think like, where is he trying to go with this? What is he trying to accomplish? You know what I'm saying? Like, because you like all the singles and everything else, they're dope and they're amazing and they're different. But like, sometimes I like certain things just reach out to me and they hit me depending on where I'm at that time in my life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
before I felt like I heard the song 1,000 times, you know what I'm saying? But then I really was sitting down, like studying it. I was like, hey, wait a second. And to hear the musicality in his voice, that you think Travis Scott, you walk over just to somebody that doesn't listen to hip hop, you say, hey, this is this rapper, and they're like, cool, they all right, rapper. They're thinking he's gonna fit in this mold.
Yeah.
And then you hear the songs, and then you hear another song, you hear another song, and you be like, bro, this is the same person? Like, it's the same person that did like 18 different voices, but did it like smooth. You know what I'm saying? The way he talks is different from the way he raps, is different from the way he sings, different from the way he might perform. Like, it's crazy. Like, like, it's dope, man.
I would agree. I love the way he incorporates the auto-tune. Like, you'll hear his voice going to auto-tune in some songs. Super, super dope, super creative. I think one of my favorites is the Butterfly Effect. And I chose that one, not because the visuals are dope, but it's just, if anybody knows like the history about the Butterfly Effect, it's like where you can go back in time and change things. So that's why he says in the song, "For the Life I Cannot Change," because you can't change anything because it already happened. The Butterfly Effect actually was a movie also. If you go back and look at the movie, it's about the same thing. Time shifting and things happening in the past can affect the future. It's brilliant. It's freaking brilliant, man. It really is, man. So that would be my pick. But I mean, he's got the brother's worth $60 million. So I forgot to mention that from the beginning. His net worth is $60 million. And a lot of that money is generated from the live show. So I wasn't going to mention this to the audience, Uneek, because this might be a sensitive topic. And the reason why Travis Scott has so much controversy around him is because of his live shows. However, I will be on the record right now and tell you all that Travis Scott probably puts on the best live performance in hip hop. If you go to a Travis Scott show, you're going to see Raven, you're gonna see people slam dancing in the middle of the crowd. You're gonna see people crowd surfing. Like, you would think that you're at a rock show, not a hip hop show, but you're at a rock show. This brother is a rock star in hip hop. Like, he is able to blur both lines, all shades, colors, creeds come to his shows. He has like the best live set. So I want to talk to you about this, Uneek, because given your craft and what you do as an entertainer, how important is the live show?
Man, there's like whenever I'm getting people to understand when I'm getting ready for a show, like I really want to just give my all to everyone when I'm on stage, because you can do a song, you know, we all know in this day and age, a lot of people don't really pay attention to the song. Like, oh, I like the beat. And oh yeah, I like how you kind of said that. And that's cool. And, and they don't really pay attention. But when you are there at that live show and you have that microphone, there's power that comes with that microphone. Right. So you could sit there and really dig into someone's soul with the words you're saying. There's times that I've been on a live show and I'm like, I'm going through something, but I'm not going to tell everybody. Right. I'm just going to be whatever. And in the middle of everything else, it fits in perfect. And then I'd end up pouring my heart out and being like a therapy session on stage and everything else. And then they don't understand that me doing that and their response back to me, like, lifts me up, helps me get to the next level, man, helps me think in a different mindset. So sometimes it's about entertaining. It's about bringing people together. You know what I'm saying? Because we all, like black, white, whatever, gay, straight, we all sit there and we all go to shows and we all been to concerts where we've looked up and somebody's played a song and a person next to you probably didn't know. And you vibed to a whole nother level. Like you just sit there and y'all are almost best friends by the end of the damn concert. You know what I'm saying? Because the music is that strong. Yeah. And it connects you in that level. So like, that's the thing that I love about live performing, because you could pass a song, but I guarantee whenever you step on that stage and you pour your heart out and you leave it all on the stage, and you entertain as you're doing it, you make them laugh, you make them cry, you make them think. Yeah. Man, that kind of show blows my mind. And I was like, how can I be a part of that? How can I think outside of the box? Right. How can I have my show touch people like I've been touched by people when they're on stage? Yeah. And then I just started incorporating it. And you know what I'm saying? Finding different ways. And people think it's weird. People, oh, bro, you dancing? You trying to pop lock? They don't know the past. They don't know I've done a little bit of everything. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you gotta
Nor should they. Right? Yeah. I feel you. Yeah. I feel you, man. And I didn't mean to cut you off, brother. Go ahead. Finish.
No, good. I mean, just leave it all on the stage. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Leave it all on the stage. If you leave the stage and you're like, oh, that was pretty, you didn't do. Sometimes you're going to be on that stage, you're going to look out and people are not going to be like going wild and crazy and everything else. And that's one thing that some artists need to get. It's really hard for certain artists because you think you're bombing. So then it affects on how you perform. Boy, don't let me go on stage and I'll start by performing and people just look at me. Oh, okay. I'm like, oh, okay. I got my work cut out of me. By the end of this, your hand's going to be up and you're going to be vibing and you're going to be like, hey, because sometimes they just think it. Sometimes they really are into your set and be like, man, this is amazing. I'm really digging what he's saying. A lot of people aren't at the show getting wild. You know what I'm saying? You got to find an equal median and know how to read your people and read the crowd and trust your show. If you trust your show that you poured your heart out and you do your best, they can see that because your confidence is going to be like, oh, okay, I can, because I'm not caring about if you all the way feeling it. If you think that's not my job. My job is to pour all myself out. And if you love it, you love it. If it's not your cup of tea, it's not your cup of tea. But one thing you're going to do is you respect me that I'm going to go up there and pour my soul out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I've always getting good feedback.
No, I think you hit a spot on. And that's why I wanted you to be on this episode, Uneek. So thank you for that perspective, because the live show is important, ladies and gentlemen. The live show, really, to be honest with you, is where a lot of entertainers make their living, is on a live show. They go to shows, they perform. They're probably making it. Now, granted, I'm not an artist, but I would assume that, you know, most artists or either hip hop artists or artists in general make more money on the road, more so than they would with sales of their singles or albums. It's just just doesn't equate, right? It doesn't equate out. You might get like 15 cents for every download of a single or whatever. That's not where the money is. The money is in the live show. So with that in mind, you know, we think about Travis Scott and some of these humongous concerts he puts on and everything. And, you know, of course, you know, the last one that he put on was an Astro World concert that was in November. And we're going to end this episode on a moment of silence because that one got very out of hand. And unfortunately, there was a lot of injuries. 10 people lost their lives from that particular event. So that's why Travis Scott, you know, is revered, and he's also, he's looked at in a negative light because some of his live shows that he does kind of gets out of hand. But I think that he just generates so much energy when he's on stage. You know what I mean? Like, and I see it, and I see those parallels when you're on stage. Like, you draw so much energy, and you can't like help or react what happens in the crowd. You're just up there entertaining. You are there to entertain the people that pay their hard-earned money to come and see you. But it is sad and tragic what happened at the Astro World concert in November of last year. So I definitely want to. We're going to end this episode with a moment of silence when we get to that part later on today. Yeah. But final thoughts, Uneek. What are your final thoughts on Travis Scott? So let's say that you ran across somebody that never even heard of Travis Scott before. How would you explain to them his music and his influence on hip hop culture?
Okay, I would say his influence is living in your skin and not being ashamed of it.
Right.
Because there's all kinds of aspects to us as humans, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. A lot of people think like you just do hood music, you just do gospel music, or you just do like love music, R&B, you just do this. But we are people, we listen to all that. You know what I'm saying? You probably listen to like Boys in the Hood and listen to, Joe, and then listen to anything else, you know what I'm saying? All of those songs and all these different things we all listen to and equate in our life. So it's kind of crazy not to have an artist be that way on their creation, because they're more than just a one-trick pony. Yep. And then whenever I saw that, a lot of people run away from things that are different or that are ominous or that are like eclectic. They run away from it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially as artists, because they feel that the audience is not going to receive it correctly. Right. And I love how he came out like, hey, bro, this is me. Hey, I'm a little different. I'm gonna do this music. Y'all gonna vibe to it because I'm gonna put my soul out there, and boom. And that's what like made me be like, dang, bro, like it's good to see somebody in the mainstream world that actually can like live outside those boxes. They can do a song with that person and this person, completely different people, have all kinds of different fans show up, and it be geared to everybody. It's, to me, that's super dope. So to not be afraid to be in yourself is one of the things. If you are not afraid, if you want to just experience something that might be a little different, but take your mind to another place, you might want to turn on a little bit of Travis Scott, and he'll have you vibe out, man. You can play it at a party while you're chilling. You can play it while you're thinking. There's a lot of different things. And that's one thing that I got from his music. All of his songs are different. It's not like you listen to 8 songs and they're like, okay, it's the same. Zach, I'm bored. Like, all right. Yeah. Somebody have a good song. It's hard for people to have a good album. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I wholeheartedly agree with that. I think Astroworld is his best body of work to date. I mean, Sicko Mode and Butterfly Effect, to me, those 2 tracks by themselves like really, really stand out. And Sicko Mode is dope, man. I remember when Sicko Mode first came out, I was like, yo, like, what is this, man? Like, yo, it was just, it sounded different, and it's 2 different beats on the same song, and it's got Drake, and it's like, it's incredible, man. But nonetheless, Travis Scott is a staple in hip hop. He always will be. He'll have his controversies. He'll have his his fans, his supporters, the people that don't like him for X or Y reason. But to your point, Uneek, if you do your craft, your art, the way you interpret it, you let the people determine how they love or revere you, and you just leave it at that, and you do your best, and you just keep it moving with life. But thank you, Uneek, man. It's been a great conversation with you, brother. But we're going to start wrapping things up, ladies and gentlemen. And how we have been doing this throughout all of season 5 is a hands up, don't shoot salute to and for Mr. Daunte Wright, who unexpectedly lost his life last year. So, Uneek, if you could join me by putting your hands up in the air for me. I'm going to say hands up. You're going to say don't shoot. We're going to repeat this chant 3 times for the life and memory and legacy of Daunte Wright. So one time, Uneek, hands up.
Don't shoot.
Hands up.
Don't shoot.
Hands up.
Don't shoot.
Rest in peace, Daunte. Thank you. And continue to watch over us and bless us as we get through this thing so-called life. So thank you. And all the others that we have lost due to social injustice in the United States of America. And the microphone is passed to you, Uneek. So this is your first official time on the podcast as a guest. I cannot thank you, brother, enough for coming on the birthday episode. Like this is extraordinary for me, man. And actually having a conversation about an artist that I like, and actually having a guest that I've actually seen perform, see him do his thing. So I'll get to my shout outs in a little bit, you guys. So I'll let Uneek, the floor is yours, brother. Who your shout outs going to, family?
Man, for real. I have to shout out. I got to shout out my beautiful, wonderful fiance, Jessica. My fiance is about to graduate with her master's in psychology. She been grinding. We had a baby between then. We did all kinds of stuff all between then. And she got to be out of school and he went back and she grinded all the way into her master's. It took a lot doing homework for 11 hours. You know what I'm saying? So for real, like to have somebody that has that drive and have that kind of person next to me is amazing. You know what I'm saying? That's my inspiration. And a shout out to my beautiful little prodigy, Aurora Jasmine. Don't worry, world. Y'all going to be seeing a lot of this little girl. She's a little prodigy. Telling you, have that song Go Go. That's her idea. Like whenever I do a song or a show or something like that, but you hear her voice first, and they think that Daddy just stuck her on the song. No, I was trying to do something different. She was in the car. Hey, Daddy, could you write? Can I help you with the song? I want to do Go Go, and you do this part. That whole idea is her. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
She composing already, man. Look at that, you know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? They starting them young, man, and to see how that love for music passes on. So shout out to my beautiful, wonderful, amazing little 6-year-old. I want you to stay little forever. I love you, baby. Aurora Jasmine. Shout out to my mama. Without her, I wouldn't be here. Shout out to, everybody that's been like grinding and helping me and supporting. My boy Flu that started me rapping. Shout out to my boy Flu and every single person that supports, that has bought t-shirts, hoodies, tank tops, hat, keychain, bag, anything. Thank y'all. Y'all don't understand. I started this from just an idea in my brain, and it's actually grown to a level where I can take care of my family and I can push a positive message to kids. And it's amazing, man. I wouldn't be nothing without y'all, man. So thank you so much.
Word, man. I think you said it beautifully, man. And I'm a fan, been a fan of Uneek. I've seen Uneek perform live, you guys, 3 times. I think it's 3 times I've seen him perform live. Every time he performs live, he puts on the best on-stage performance I think I've seen in such a long time. And it's good to see Uneek get back into the game and get back to the live shows. So you all go out there and support Hustle Hard Music, man. His Hustle Hard movement. Go grab a hoodie, a t-shirt, whatever you can get. You can go get the song More Love, Less Hate. I love that song as well. Just talking about we need more love, less hate in the world. And I cannot reiterate that even more so now in today's time. But shout outs for me. First off, shout out to Uneek. Thank you, brother, for being on the platform today. Shout out to your whole movement. Shout out to your brother. Shout out to your daughter. Shout out to fiance, everybody in your movement, in your camp.
One thing I want to say.
Yeah, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Right now, I have a new album coming out called Broken, and it's my therapy session. It's literally just to share everything that's going on in this little crazy little head of mine and pouring it out. And it's really been like helping people. And I'm like literally I'm just basically stripping myself naked inside and I'm just pouring it all out. So I'm going to be very vulnerable on this next album. But that new album is called Broken. It should be coming out later this year, 2022. I got my last album, Raw. Y'all can go get that. Party to My Pain. Y'all can go get that. It's all on Spotify, iTunes, anywhere you can get music. Please find me on Instagram. I'm growing this Instagram. I'm posting a lot on there. It's at Uneek69, at UNEEK 69. I'm telling you, we're going to keep pushing, man. Thank you so much, brother. I really appreciate
man. We're going to put that IG description into the video. So no worries, brother. We got you. We definitely going to put that plug in for you, man, and continue to support you in your movement. Shout out to Jessica, Miss Connector Dots, for putting this together. Shout out to my kids. Shout out to family. And I do want to give 2 last minute shout outs just real fast. There was a young man here in the Kansas City area. And me and Uneek were talking about this before we got on air. A young man by the name of Manuel J. Guzman, who lost his life this past week from a stabbing in school here in the Kansas City area. So my condolences to the Guzman family. Sorry for such a young brother that lost his life here in the area, and it's a travesty that we are still going through these either the mass shootings and just violence in school in general. We got to do something about that. So I do want to put that out there and send our sincere condolences to the Guzman family and hope this never happens again. And we're gonna end today, you guys, with a moment of silence. But before we get to that, next week we're going to be talking about our honorable mention for season 5, which is with Juice WRLD. Juice WRLD, the late great Juice WRLD, rest in peace to that brother. We'll talk about him next week, but we're going to end on a moment of silence and dedicate this show to all of those that lost their life at the Astro World concert on November 5th of 2021, all the ones that got hurt and or lost their life. So we're going to end today on a moment of silence. You guys stay safe. You know the slogan: stay safe, stay humble, stay hip hop, 100. Peace.